Okay. Husband realizes his wife is the murderer.
I see her doing something like that. She's super intelligent. I can't.
This is the moment Zach realized his wife, Ashley, was a secret murderer. Police found Taylor Wright, a friend of his wife, lying dead on his property.
In the video was just on my For You
Police
page
suspect Ashley
too.
was the murderer, but Zach
That's why I was like,
refuses
you know
to believe
what?
it. Little did he know, he was about to get the shock of his life in the interrogation room.
Can you tell me how you...
Wait, sorry. I missed.
Murderer, but Zach refuses. It's a secret murderer. Police found Taylor Wright, a friend of his wife, lying dead on his property. Police suspect Ashley was the murderer, but Zach refuses to believe it. Little
Makes
did
sense.
he know, he was about to get the shock of his life in the interrogation
That's
room.
fucking
Can
messed
you tell
up.
me how you came to know Taylor?
Through working PI cases.
Okay.
She'd come over to our house every now and then. She met my wife.
So
they
Taylor
became
is the dead
friends.
Did you
person.
guys ever have a falling out or...
Never. From doing this job for so long, I would just pick up little lies from her. Just stuff just didn't start seeming right. She would disappear for days. You couldn't get her on the phone. Greg and I would try to call her. You couldn't get her on the phone.
Taylor had been known to go missing for days at a time, but this time was different. She hadn't been seen for over a month before she was found.
What?
Early on, cops believed her disappearance was nothing out of the ordinary, but she'd left everything at home, and what little texts she sent to her friends were in language she wouldn't normally use.
I mean, I'm sure now you've read the news and everything.
Yeah.
You kind of know the date.
A fucking month? Did no one go look for Taylor?
Pinpoint where you were on
the
the 8th of September.
It's very. I can't remember, but I'm trying to do
Me?
the best I can so I could.
I could never. Chat, you have to make sure that I am away from every crime possible, cause I will look so guilty. Cause I don't know how people remember where have you been at the 8th of September. I don't fucking know what I had for breakfast. I don't fucking know. You're asking me what I did like a month and a half ago? I don't know.
Tell y'all the best I can. I went to the bank yesterday to pull my statement. I know I ate lunch at the seafood place at 9 Mile in Pine Forest. I ate there, and I remember eating by myself, and I remember Ash not being able to make it because she was tied up with work.
Taylor was last seen on the 8th of September, so Zach attempts to recount what he was doing that day. Given that he used his debit card to purchase food in the area, it's likely that his story is true. What's interesting, though, is that he mentioned he was out on his own as his wife was busy with work. It seems that he fully believes this to be the truth. And while he knows his wife
why
has been
wouldn't you?
questioned about the
It's your
murder,
wife.
he doesn't know that she's currently the #1 suspect. The cops aren't trying to learn more about the case. They're trying to determine if Zach had a hand in the murder, or at the very least, turn him against his own wife.
Do you know anything about this money that Taylor had given you all?
No,
Money?
Absolutely not. She's never given me anything. I've never got anything like from that. No.
Okay. Do you know anything about your finances?
No, to be honest. I give her when I work a case or and I got a settlement from my attorney, I hand it straight to Ash. She takes care of everything.
The money the detective is referring to here is a sum of $34,000 that Taylor had given to Ashley for safekeeping. Taylor was going through a divorce.
I doubt she did that. Do you remember the 8th night of September? Shut the fuck up, chat. I'm pretty sure that she never gave any money. She, the murderer, just... Oh, wait, no, she is the dead one. I believe that she was killed because she wanted money.
And wanted the money away from her own accounts. But instead of putting it in a safety deposit box as promised, records show Ashley put it into her own accounts. By the time Taylor wanted it back, she'd already spent all of it. Coincidentally, Taylor only asked for it back on the 8th of September. If it's not already obvious by now, Zach is a very caring person who obviously trusted his wife a lot. So far, he's provided solid answers to where he was when Taylor disappeared and his involvement in the couple's finances, equating to almost none. But the detectives have to rule out any involvement whatsoever, so they decide to discuss where the body was found.
The property up on Britt Road, and that's owned by her aunt and uncle. Have you ever been out there?
Yeah.
When's the last time you think you were out there?
The last time I went out there is when
I don't know.
traded my four-wheeler for a side-by-side. And that's the last time I've been. Before that, it was, I couldn't tell you. But
When was that?
a couple months back.
Your phone number, the 554 number, do you always keep that on you?
Yeah, I reckon.
Do you ever loan it out to anybody?
He is so relatable. I am literally the husband. Do you always keep that on you? I reckon. Yeah, I reckon. He is the most relatable bass dude ever.
No.
Okay.
No.
Would you ever loan it to anybody, or
No.
do you remember Ashley ever using it, taking it with her?
No. Never.
Okay, did it ever get lost or stolen or anything and get replaced?
No, not that I recall.
Okay.
This
Me?
might seem like a random question, but phone records actually played a huge part in uncovering the truth in this case. Not only did they show Ashley on the property Taylor was found dead at on the 8th, but they also showed Taylor's phone at a wedding Ashley attended the very next day. But Taylor was never seen at the wedding or anywhere else after that date.
She stole the
Detectives here
phone?
are just trying to confirm that if suspicious activity was discovered from Zach's phone records, there would be no way to argue that it wasn't him in control of the phone.
Thank
But
you so
remember,
much,
Zach
Feline,
still
for the
has
raid.
very little idea surrounding the true nature of this case. He doesn't know how much evidence the cops have against his wife. All he's doing is defending himself and providing answers that'll hopefully solve the case. So
Yeah.
given his compliance so far, the detectives decide to try and question him about some more physical evidence.
Do you own any 9mm
Yeah.
handguns? What
Yeah.
kinds?
My Glock.
Just one or
A Glock. A Glock.
Yeah. When I've got a lot of guns. So, a lot. One, I
Okay,
think one
go
Glock
now.
9.
what model?
19.
19? Okay. Do you know how Taylor died?
Yeah, for Ackerman told me that the girl was shot, and he heard that from Molchan.
So Ackerman told you and he got it from Molchan?
Yeah.
Okay. And did he elaborate on anything else?
He just said that they thought the girl was shot.
Okay. Did you ever buy Ashley a gun or anything of that nature?
And over the years, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Just buy guns for each other.
I bought her a 380 one time.
Like, babe,
Okay.
here, have this
PPK.
gun.
Okay. And does she carry a firearm?
I haven't seen her one in quite a while. Not at
I
all.
love you so much, babe. Here, have this Glock.
She's on a 38 airweight?
Yes. And that, I mean, she used to, that's the last thing I ever remember seeing her with was a 38 airweight. And that was, I haven't seen her with that in I don't know how long.
I mean, I'm interested. Did you kill or participate in the death
Absolutely
of
not. I would
What
never.
was this question?
Okay. Go ahead.
Did you kill or participate, or do you have any knowledge?
Zero, Jason. Absolutely none. I don't want to be nowhere near it. Nothing involved with it. Nothing. I know nothing about it.
The detectives are now trying to ramp up the pressure slightly. Zach has seemed extremely comfortable up to this point, and they're likely just trying to test whether that's because of the more casual nature of the interview so far, or if it's because he genuinely is innocent. However, Zach stays calm, and his body language confirms this. As the pressure mounts, Zach doesn't lean back, cross his arms, or really become closed off in any way as a guilty person may. Instead, he leans forward, maintains eye contact, and his statements are clear and concise. His posture here is one of confidence and cooperation. His feet are flat on the ground, and he's leaning towards the detectives, proving that he feels safe around them, and that he's got nothing to hide.
I feel like body language is such a weird way to determine whether or not people tell the truth. I don't know about you, but I've got some weird fucking body language at times, and even when I'm not comfortable or having a hard time with people, I will still lean into the conversation and seem open and unbothered. I don't know. I feel like the same with like one time someone said I was lying because I was shaking my head as in like no when I was like positively agreeing to something that like, you're lying. It's a body language. I'm like I'm sorry, I shook my head while saying yeah and agreeing. That didn't mean I didn't want to go. I feel like body language is so inconsistent. Yeah, and sometimes telling the truth can be uncomfortable as fuck, so you're gonna have a body language that is matching the body language of people that are nervous and being put on the spot.
In fact, this is just one of 2 different positions Zach has assumed throughout the interrogation. The other being a more casual, upright position with his hands and legs open. Zach is doing everything he can to appear innocent, and yet the pressure continues to mount.
What do you think happened to Taylor?
I couldn't tell you, Jason. I mean, I don't know. I mean, nobody deserves to ever get anything happen to him like that whatsoever.
He's so
I don't know about
sweet.
it.
What the
I
fuck?
don't know what happened to her.
But only because I know it
And,
wasn't him.
I'm asking you, as this investigation continues, whether it's text, phone
Whether it's
records
text,
continues,
Bing. Whether it's text.
phone records, computers, financials, is there going to be anything that hems you up or
No,
ties you
absolutely
to that?
nothing.
Well, not just being involved in the actual murder, but as far as, you know, afterwards.
Helping conceal.
If any person in this world was like, hey, Zach, come help me do something, I would run from that mother as fast as I could.
Let me just. Oh, it's all over the news.
Me?
You've read it.
Yeah, I've read it.
Right.
I've read it.
Helping
I'm
for free? Nah,
And-
goodbye.
I'm trying to swallow it and
He
figure it
is
out. I mean,
so
it's like-
relatable.
I-
He is such a mood.
You've read it, so you know at least some of the details. Just based upon that and your knowledge of the job that we do and the job that you used to do, what's your thought?
Feelings aside,
Just logically.
I can't see her doing something like that. I mean, she's super intelligent.
Yeah, you wouldn't
you
think
know?
that of
She's
a
got
person you would
criminal-
spend
I mean,
whatever amount of your life with.
Yeah, or is it master's or I don't know, one of the two. And that's just sloppy. I mean, that's sloppy. I can't see her doing that.
There's obviously a lot going on in Zach's head right now. He obviously doesn't want to believe his...
I like how his reasoning for his wife not being the murderer is she wouldn't be dumb enough. Oh, Zach. Oh, Zach. You're not gonna like what's about to come.
His wife killed someone, but his years of experience as a PI, coupled with all the evidence against his wife, logically have to be convincing him otherwise. Not only were there the bank statements and the cell phone records, but Ashley was even caught on camera at a hardware store purchasing the exact same type of cement that was used to fill Taylor's grave.
Cement?
At this point, though, the detectives have seen all they need to. Zach takes a minute to discuss a few things with his lawyer, and he signs a search warrant allowing them to obtain all his cell phone records. Eventually, Zach is cleared of any wrongdoing and is allowed to return home. His wife, however, was a different story.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Ashley MacArthur, guilty of first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm as charged in the indictment.
Ashley MacArthur was sentenced to life in prison with a mandatory sentence of 25 years and is now serving her time away from her husband.
Wait, that's
behind
all we
bars.
get? Nah, I thought we were gonna get like the camera footage of like him realizing it was his wife. Okay, the video data was pretty good for the most part, but that ending was just like I don't know. I need more true crime shit now.